where his anointing, if I may say it this way, grows. So far we have been receiving prophecy. But it's time that we go into kingly anointing. How many of you are ready to go into kingly anointing? How many of you are ready to rule? How many of you are ready to be kings and queens with Jesus Christ? That is what the Bible speaks of the church. We are the royal priesthood. We are kings and priests now and in the age to come. And so we're going to discover what this is. Before David, there was a great disaster in Israel. Because the Bible was well saying, if you read the book of Judges, you read the same phrase over and over again. In those times, everyone did as they wanted to because there was no king. Death had its way, sickness had its way, sin had its way because there was no king. And we are called to bear kingly anointing in our lives. But many of us have not come into this anointing. And so sin still dominates our lives. Disobedience still dominates our lives. Our way of thinking still dominates our lives. Our way of doing things still dominates our way of life. And God's kingdom has not been established in our hearts, has not been established in our minds. And the way we try to deal with sin is by passing it up. We do a little prayer and we think that by that we can put a little band-aid on our sin. And it still doesn't work. Just like it didn't work for the judges. Sin would come up and would come up and would come up. Because there was a lack of kingly anointing. Dominion had not been established on the hearts of the people of Israel. The kingdom had not been established in the hearts of the people of Israel. And when sin is patched up, the church is in defensive. We are on defense. The enemy comes and it steals and it takes from you and it says things about you. And it calls you out, and all you're doing is defending yourself. The devil hit me here. The devil took this away from me. The devil manipulated me in this way. I fell into sin this way. I had this, and the devil took it away. It's the church playing defense. And while the church does not enter into kingly anointing, while the church does not enter into a kingdom mentality, we will be playing defense with the devil. The devil will be coming to our families and will continue to hit it. The devil will continue to come into our church and will continue to wound us. The devil will continue to come into our personal lives and continue to mess with us until we come into kingly anointing. That's how it happened with Israel. Israel suffered attack after attack after attack from foreign powers. The Moabites would come. The Amorites would come. The Philistines would come. They would steal whatever they wanted to. And all Israel was doing was playing defense.